Welcome to Better Than Yesterday. I'm Adam, here with Oliver.
What up?
And to tell you that I'm excited about today would be an understatement. Oliver and I have been talking for weeks about our guests who are coming in today.
Yes.
Shanique and Kat, you guys are going to love this episode.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for being here.
Get
we
ready
appreciate
to be
you, beautiful
inspired.
ladies.
It's going to be off the hook.
Yes, absolutely. We appreciate you, beautiful ladies. Thank you for being here today on the podcast, taking time out of your busy schedule. So we appreciate you. We love you guys. Kat, thank you for everything. We met each other a few months ago in the gym, and it's just literally been like we've known each other for years. You know what I mean? We want each other to win. We want the best. And then I met Shanique through Kat, and it's been the same thing. Just positive. You know what I mean? And motivational, and it's been an amazing thing. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for both coming into our lives and doing this podcast with us. We appreciate it. So today we're going to talk about sort of how the gym and can relate to other parts of life. You know what I mean? Sort of like delayed gratification. What are the other things that you were?
Yeah, I've always said and you guys are the experts on this.
Yes.
One, I always say to people, I'm like, the gym is a great metaphor for life because if you do the work, you get the results.
Absolutely.
And I think that most people who find themselves physically fit understand that, but there's a lot of hesitancy, resistance to that idea from a lot of people. So I want to hear a bit about your guys' story because you guys are obviously putting in the work day after day, doing the stuff that nobody sees.
Yep, eating rice cakes.
Right?
You know what I mean? Eating rice cakes, you know what I mean? You tell me about your little meals and everything, but obviously everything that you guys are doing, the results are there. So it is more than worth it.
Right.
So what you guys give us a little bit of story about you guys.
Do you want to start or you want me to start?
You can start.
Okay. Well, we've established age and we won't shout that out. But
Everybody's doing great.
I'm one of the seniors of the group. And so basically for me, I was athletic my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I played sports, played basketball, all that stuff, was a dancer, professionally danced.
Mm-hmm.
Had a daughter that's grown. And then for a long time I was married and I kind of fell off the health track. So one day I woke up and I was overweight. I got comfortable. We were eating good. I mean, we were eating out, drinking bottles of wine. I was going on vacation. I put on a swimsuit and I hit the mirror and I was like, what just happened? So I was like, I didn't let myself completely go. I was comfortable.
Right.
And
comfortable.
so I was comfortable.
Yes.
And so I was like, no. This is not Kat. And I had examples of health. My mom is a retired and she's RN. She's been healthy my entire life.
Okay.
And my dad was military. They're both very healthy people.
Yes.
So I always had an example. There was no excuse.
Right.
Basically, I decided I started little things like doing cardio. And then I started researching nutrition myself online, like figuring out things, talking to my mom, incorporated that. So I lost a lot of weight at that point, where I woke up and I was really lean.
Just from like cardio
and
changing your diet.
And lean. Yep, changing my diet.
Okay.
Changing my lifestyle is what happened. And so I changed my lifestyle.
Yes.
And basically then I was like, I'm always up for a challenge. My personality, I like challenge. Like I don't like stagnation.
And we're both Leos.
And we're both Leos. Our birthdays are one day apart.
Right, yes,
So
yes,
you'll probably
yes.
understand as she talks, we're very similar in a lot of ways.
I love that.
And so basically I was like, I'm gonna push some weights. I want to see what happens. Well, in my house, I had a full-blown gym. I had dumbbells, weights, you name it, I had it.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to go to the gym.
Right.
So I started pushing weights at home and getting up early. And then I was like, I like this. Then I started going to some fitness class. And then I was kicking ass in that. I was like, hey, I like this. I'm competitive.
Yeah.
So how I got into now bodybuilding, the coach that I met, she's an all-natural coach. I didn't know anything about being non-natural or peds or anything. And I was like, I just want to see where I can take my body to the next level. And she's like, there's two things that are going to happen. Either you're going to hate it or you become addicted.
Right.
She's like, seriously.
And you hated it, obviously.
I hated it. And I started later. I didn't start bodybuilding until I was 36 years old, like my late 30s.
That's crazy
So
because I would have thought.
No, I started later.
Been doing
I was
this.
a late bloomer.
Wow.
So, and I ran with it and fell in love with it and was like, at first I just wanted to do a show, but then I had won an overall my first show. So I was like, let's just keep going.
Hell yeah.
And I just was like, I want more. I got hungry.
Yeah.
And basically I turned pro naturally 3 years ago.
Wow,
and
that's amazing.
did it all natural.
Congratulations.
And
Congratulations. Yeah.
it was huge for me. And then now I'm flipping federations to NPC, and in 2 weeks I'm doing my first NPC show.
Yes,
so I'm starting off as an amateur in NPC, but I'm excited. It's been a great prep.
And you're gonna do your thing.
I appreciate it.
You're gonna do your thing.
This one right here has literally every day we talk. We're super close. Biggest every single day. I mean, literally, our audio messages are first thing in the morning to each other.
I'm down and like tired, and she's up and crunk. Or it's either vice versa.
It's an accountability aspect, and
it's just natural. It's not accountability. It's just natural.
It's a sisterhood.
Sisterhood, yes.
Like I gotta say good morning. Either it's text or voice message. Like we always are looking out for.
And I love that. Cool. And I love that.
I call her my little sister. It's a sisterhood. It's a true love. Our bond, and like I've explained, people think it's just because of the gym. But honestly, we probably only worked out together like a handful of times.
Yeah,
I don't even like to work out.
Right.
Yeah.
Only time I've seen you was when you came
to the restaurant.
For your birthday.
Yeah.
So I've never.
Our bond is outside of more of the gym,
which is beautiful.
So, and it's one of those things we pray together. We pray for each other. We've cried. We've laughed. She saw me through a terrible, terrible time of a divorce, and it was just, we try to uplift each other and give each other words of, and we're each other's biggest fans. Like we want to see each other win.
There's never any envy. Like that's the thing with, having friends within the gym too, is like people can get very envious if you're, a certain stature or whatever it may be. I've dealt with that a lot. So it's just really nice to have a great, great, great friend who just sees me, and just a genuine person.
I love that. Kat is one of the most genuine people, and I can only imagine if you guys are that close that you're the same way as well. Shanique, will you tell us a little bit about you and your journey?
My journey came from a dark place.
Okay.
More so when I first started, I was not very healthy. Okay. I was living a party life, and when I started, I was 17. I got in the gym just to get my body just adjusted to a healthier living standard. I went to Planet Fitness for a while. I started having those naked smoothie drinks. I thought that was healthier than that. There's so much sugar.
Baby steps.
It was healthier than what you were doing though. So
I see vegetables and fruit on it. So I had crab salad, shrimp salad. I'm like, it's salad, so we're going somewhere.
Right.
I'm like 108 soaking wet. So I'm figuring I could just continue to eat something. I'll get to a certain point. So months on end, I trained every single day, 7 days a week. It was like a no days off hashtag thing for me. I don't know. I just needed to be addicted to something other than like a bad lifestyle.
You replaced one thing with the other.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I started that. It was good for, it's like November 2013 to the spring of 2014. And that's when I first met my coach, my very first coach. Okay. And he sent me an email. He was like, I see potential in you. I'm like, what? And what is that? What do you mean? Because I didn't know anything about like the stage or competing. I was a very shy person. Like shy as in if I did a presentation in high school, I didn't get an A+. I like failed because I was quiet and I was scared.
Right.
So it was very new to me. But he believed in me, and I just needed someone to believe in me for something because I never had that before. So when I first started my prep, it was confusing because I didn't really understand a meal plan or all of that, like the training and measurement, all that stuff. So I kind of just had the same meal every single meal. I didn't realize anything different. So I did my first show August of 2014. I won that, got overall. Wow. And then within 4 months, I became the youngest figure pro in history. And I was just very shocked.
That's crazy, out of nowhere.
Because I just needed someone to believe in me. Like that was it. I just needed someone to just care because I didn't have that. I was bullied in high school. I didn't have friends. I didn't really have family around. So it was just one person that I just needed to be like,
just set that fire.
Yeah. So and the gym was like my best friend. I didn't have anything else, just the gym and my dog.
Yeah.
That was it.
But don't you find people in the gym, they have a story. Everybody has a story.
Everyone has a story.
I could say, for sure.
And that's the best thing about it. It's like there's a reason why they ended up there.
Yeah.
Right.
Whether it's from pain, wanting to be better for themselves, wanting to change their mindset. It's a lot of different things within the body and just proving a point too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's amazing. And it's so crazy because knowing both of you now, I would have never guessed how it started. You know what I mean? Like when I look at you, I see confident, beautiful, successful, hardworking women. You know what I mean? And it's crazy that, that it came from, a place of just trying to figure out something new, trying to get more healthy, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because, like you said, when you go to the gym, it's funny because you could be so different than the person next to you. But at the same time, obviously, there's still something that you guys have that's something in common.
Everybody there wants to be better.
Yeah, they're trying to get better. They're trying to get healthier. They're trying to, you know what I mean? And so that's crazy. And so how did you guys come together as a friendship? How did that just?
An ex-husband of mine.
Okay. Hey.
Flick.
Hey, you know.
We have this thing.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what?
We have this thing. We go flick.
Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we were talking about in our old episode that, sometimes even if a relationship doesn't continue to work or whatever, you can still try to.
Something
I'll tell you what,
Exactly.
and she knows this, that person, like literally, I'm so blessed that it didn't work.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. And kind of the backstory there, and I know and Adam like a billion, but it was a very toxic, abusive marriage.
Right.
And I'm so glad it didn't work because the outcome of that is the people that are in my life now. They're my family, my chosen family.
That's
like
beautiful.
Even who trains me on Saturdays, that was one of his best friends.
Yeah.
They all just blocked him, loved and supported me, and took me out of a very dark, dark place. And like I said, I turned pro 3 years ago, and I honestly said I wasn't going to compete ever again.
Yeah.
I was done. I hung it up because that's when everything had happened.
Right.
I was like, I'm not. And everybody was like, Kat, don't let him rob you of that.
Right.
Because you were doing this before him.
Right.
And you loved it.
Right.
And they picked me up. I remember she was one of my first phone calls when it first happened. I was like, you're not going to believe. And she was just like, Kat, we're done. Like, we're done. You know, she picked me up in that moment.
Can I just say that it's so funny because when you look from the outside, obviously you two are very, very strong women. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because all the waste that you throw around, all that stuff, I feel like the inside is even stronger than, you know what I mean?
It's built behind scenes. People can see all the glitz and glamour and us laughing and going out and having fun, getting dressed up. But like, we've come from a place of we had to come up. We had to keep showing up. We had to pick each other up when we were down. We had to say, we can't quit. We can't give up. We have to show our truest strength.
I love that.
So that's been our entire prep.
I love that.
Between the two of you guys, we have a girl who was terrified of doing public speaking who's now up on a stage.
Right.
We have,
and not only on stage, killing it.
Competing in Olympia. The Olympics of bodybuilding.
Right.
Yeah. And then
the biggest stage.
The darkness and stuff that you've gone through, there's got to be something more than lifting weights. So what would you say to the people who are watching who are they're like, the gym's not for me, fitness isn't for me, that's not my thing, but they're struggling with some of those things that are behind it that you've been able to push through with fitness?
You have to find your people.
Yes, your community.
Everybody you can believe in yourself, but when I tell you it's your community, your people, whether it's gym, a close friend, a close relative, you need someone, even if it's one person, to just keep showing up for you when you don't feel like showing up for yourself. That is the number one thing that's going to carry you in any aspect of life.
And one thing I even tell my clients, like my lifestyle clients, one assignment that I have when I take them on, I need you right now to write down your why. And the reason why I tell them that is because you're not going to be motivated every single day.
Right.
But I'm going to remind you of your why.
Yes.
And you have to be able to dig deep and understand that why. Community, your why is what drives you. Why I do this, it's my therapy, and I'm setting the example for my daughter.
Absolutely.
Your purpose.
That's my purpose.
Absolutely.
And I want to help others.
Yeah.
And when people don't understand that, there's a lot of people that just don't understand it.
Right.
They just do it because, they can, in
right.
a sense, but there's no deep
reasoning behind it. Right.
It's just surface based.
This morning when I got home, I after I went to the gym, I fell asleep on the couch, and so I woke up to text messages from my son. And he said, "Good morning." He said, "Are you home from the gym yet?" And it's just like,
Setting the example.
like, right, exactly.
Yep.
Isn't that the coolest thing? And we were talking, and he was like, "Show me what you did today." So I showed him a little video, and he was like, "Wow, you're so strong." And it was like, that was like the coolest thing.
Best
You know what
thing
I mean?
ever.
You
You're the
know,
superhero,
it's
yeah.
just right,
Yeah.
exactly. You know, and then it's also showing him that later in life, like, you know, I'm told him, I was like, when you're old enough,
could
you
do
want
it
to come
too.
with daddy? Yeah, you could do it too. You could
And
come
he
with me.
will.
You know,
He will. I look at my daughter. My daughter's 26. Okay. So my daughter literally like.
shout out to your daughter too. She's doing amazing
She
things.
is amazing. She's
Amazing
finishing
things.
up pharmacy school. She's going to be a
Yes.
doctorate of pharmacy in
Hello.
like 5 months.
Hello.
And so she's amazing. She's been in college 9 years. She's done life right. My daughter was a competitive dancer before she went off to college. She was an undergrad. She picked up a lot of weight. She came to me and was like, "Mom, I want to lose weight and everything." And she was doing like Orange Theory classes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of fell off. And I said, "You have to find what you love, so you'll stick with it." So she was home with me for a summer. And I'll never forget. She goes, "I'm going to go to the gym with you." I said, "Come on." She goes, "Don't kill me." I said, "I will not kill you."
They always
That's
say
her
that.
fear. And I'm like, "I will
always
not
say
kill you. I will adjust."
It's like I'm gonna drop a plate on you.
Yes. I'm like, "I won't kill you.
I've seen
promise."
Kat work out. She's pretty serious.
I was like,
She
"I
gets close.
won't." I'm like, "You're not going to do what I do." But you know what the beauty was? That
Yeah.
happened 2 summers ago.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, my daughter gets up and goes and weightlifts in the morning.
Beautiful.
4 times a week before working with patients all day.
Beautiful.
And school. And I know she's proud of me because just like this morning, she FaceTimes me. She's out of town with some of her soror sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Mom, I just want to show them how good you look." And they all want to say hi. And I'm like, great.
that's
And that
that's so
makes me feel
beautiful, man.
so good
That's
that
so
my
beautiful.
daughter's so proud of me.
And she's
And I'm
proud
so
of you.
proud of her.
She's proud of you.
That's
the biggest
a
thing.
beautiful
Yeah.
thing, and the fact that she's showing you off, and you know what I mean.
Yes.
So I mean, she's talking about you when you're not
Yeah.
even there, and you know
Yeah.
what I mean. And that's such a beautiful thing. One of the things that we talk about that I think is huge, and you sort of touched on it about the gym, is sort of that discipline over motivation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think that once you building the habit is hard. You got to start going to the gym, whatever time you go, whether it's before, after work, whatever, you start building that habit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, there's going to be days where you're not motivated. There's days where you may have not slept as well. Maybe you got into an argument with a family member, with your partner, with something's going wrong at work. What do you say? What helps you get through those days
Just
when
gotta
you're
get it
feeling
done.
sort of off?
Just gotta get it done.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Show up. I treat it like
Yep.
a job those
Just
days.
show up.
Yep.
Because the thing is, like, if you don't, you're gonna internalize that. Like, you're gonna beat yourself up over it.
Downward spiral,
And
right?
you're you're gonna feel like you're behind, especially in the prep like this. You know, like there are moments where I know we're both tired.
Oh, yeah.
And we're hungry and
Yeah.
we're going hypo, our blood sugar's low.
Right.
You know, this is
Y'all really got
For
yeah.
real, for real.
happens
yeah, this
a
is
lot.
real, yeah.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we know, well, once I finish this, I can eat.
In the bigger
Once
picture.
I'm done with my workout, I can eat. I can relax once I'm done with the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's honestly, we treat it like a job. Yeah, we
it's
treat
a
it like a
job.
job. We just got to show up. And the biggest thing too is like when we do post, we know that we're motivating people that are watching.
That's
Right.
real.
And when we share check-ins,
That's
Yeah.
with like just the fact that in my mind, on the days that I am tired and I know I'm gonna check in and I
Yeah.
know I'm gonna send it to her.
yeah. You like, let me get right.
She's like, "Girl, you see those changes?" I'm like, "Ooh, I showed up
Yeah.
this week. I
Hey,
see it."
yeah.
And
I
it's a
always
little-
hype her up. I always hype her up.
I love that. I had somebody the other day DM me and they were like, "Hey, you know, just so you know, I wasn't planning on it, but I went to the gym today. Thank you." And that was, and it's so crazy because
that right there.
you know what I mean. And it's
that
crazy
right
because your guys' pages are more athletic based and stuff like that. Mine, I'm trying to get into it sort of, and so I post like in my story, you know, like that I went to the gym, but it's not really. So it's not like the first thing on my mind. But the fact that somebody else was like, "Oh, I know he's going to be in the gym this morning," and then you know what? And it's funny because little do they know that they gave me motivation to go to the gym the
Right.
next day. I'm like, "Oh, you
Oh,
got
they're
me."
watching
I'm
you.
like, "Oh, you got me
Right.
gassed
Yeah.
up. Now I'm about to go do my
Yes.
thing
Like,
again."
all right,
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you feel me?
I had a buddy. I literally this morning at the hotel had a buddy message me like his photo of him like in his exercise. And
Yeah.
like, you have now already done more for yourself than most people do every day.
Yes.
I always
Yes.
tell people to take pictures.
Yes.
Take pictures of how you look.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the scale will not really show you a lot. I always tell my clients just take photos, you know, and then when I put them together, like,
Oh,
like,
I do see something.
Yeah.
Right.
You just have to really show up for yourself.
And
So
you know-
there's accountability. for
Right.
photos.
Will you
Yeah.
will you say that 3-month thing that we were talking about earlier, sort of like, you know, you got to give yourself time to see.
You have to give yourself at least 3 months.
And you know what, Oliver? You're full of crap because we haven't known each other in a few months. It's been like,
it's been like over it's been at least a year.
Over a year.
You know, it's been at least a year.
Because I know.
It's been at least She was thinking.
Like the journey.
My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
sorry guys. Because it's been over a year, and I remember when we met, and the journey we met through another friend.
Yes.
And I've seen how far you've come.
Yeah.
And that you show up, and even when you're not working out with that group, you still kept showing up.
Thank you.
Because I remember there for a while, I was like, "Where's Oliver?" I'm like, "Oh, he's coming earlier," because I came on the tail end of your stuff.
Right.
And I was just like,
sometimes you got to do it on your own.
Yeah, you do.
You can separate.
It's the best workout.
You know what? So it's funny because you're absolutely right. We've known each other for a minimum of a year, for sure.
Like, what?
And you know what? So it's funny because the way that I met the group that I used to go to the gym with was because I used to go by myself. But I always used to go to the gym for like little pockets, little like month here, month there. You know what I mean? Because I've always played sports. I've always been active. But even when I played sports, I wasn't really into like the weight training and stuff, so I didn't really know what to do in the gym. I was one of those chest and arm guys all the time. All the time. That was
I always
it.
say
All the
building
time.
SpongeBob SquarePants that time.
Exactly. Literally, I was
Just big
that
upper
guy.
body.
You feel me? No, I wouldn't even wear shorts to the gym because I was like, I'm not doing legs.
Sweatpants and a tank.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
All the time.
And so I was that guy for the longest time. And then my boys came up to me and they were like, hey, man, we see you here all the time. Like, do you want to learn how to, and one thing about me in the gym is I don't have an ego. Like, I know that I want to get better, and I know that I didn't have the recipe, but I know that other people do. So I was very willing to hear, and they put me on like a workout plan, and I'm forever grateful for them. And then after, I'd say about 6 months, I feel like it was sort of my time to start doing my thing. Right. And it was great because I was able to take it to the next level. I'm able to go whenever I want. I'm able to do as many reps as I want, as fast as I want, as slow as I want. You know what I mean? And but without them, I wouldn't have had that foundation. So I'm forever grateful. I'm forever grateful for that.
I'm always watching.
Yeah.
If
And you know
Oliver
what?
feels me watching.
It's beautiful to see yourself get that strength.
Right.
Right. I just got this new client, and she has never worked out before, and we are almost 1 month in, and it's amazing to see her because I have to push her.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see me have to like add weight, and she can do it. I say, believe me. If you don't believe in yourself, I will believe in you for you.
Right.
Okay.
That's
you don't want to push yourself, I'm here to push you.
That's an amazing coach.
I got you. You're gonna only elevate each week. Add more weight and get better. And that's really it for anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you feel like you can't do it yourself, always have a friend or a trainer do that for you.
Absolutely.
Can we circle back to the idea of the give yourself 3 months thing? Because I think it can probably move from just gym to life, right? When you think of like, you're teaching yourself like delayed gratification even.
Right. Yeah. So like with 3 months, I mean, you're learning a lot regardless in those 3 months, whether it's fitness or anything in life, like a career, something you want to build.
For sure.
It takes time. Even could take longer than 3 months, but it's a consistency of showing up every day and learning more things and seeing what you can add to that goal that you have. And even if you want to put an end goal, like a date, like I need to have, or like check marks on like, in 3 months I need to have it this, and in 3 weeks I need to have like this, and a week I need to finish this.
Right.
You need to give yourself deadlines, especially if you're doing it by yourself. Deadlines will keep you accountable for your goal.
That's very true.
It's so true. It's like I've always told my daughter, anything worth having, you're gonna have to put in the work.
Oh,
There's nothing
Society is about instant gratification.
Ding, 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 ding. That's the realest.
Anything worth having. Like I used to tell my daughter when she had her meltdowns at school, I'm like, listen, this is your whole life. You lived this much. You're putting in this much right now to have success this entire time.
Right.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself. We were talking about that the other day. Absolutely.
It's so important. So be patient with yourself. You're going to have hiccups. Give yourself mercy. Give yourself grace.
But be around the like-minded people.
Yeah, but be around the people who keep you accountable and aligned.
And motivated,
and people who don't understand that, they will, there's people that will instill disbelief. They just can't grasp.
Right.
That's
the
why
human body and the human motivation, the human discipline can really go that far, can really do much more than just sitting here and having things handed to you or just doing the bare minimum. You can't be successful or climb each mountain in life if you're
getting by.
You're just getting by. That's not how to live. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be hating. You're not even going to know it, but you're just going to be this negative person.
Yeah.
Because you're just stagnant and you're okay with that.
Right.
You can't be around
Complacent,
people who are okay with just being in one place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I watch Oliver. We were laughing earlier.
Yeah.
I'll circle back to that.
Yeah.
I'll be like.
You just told him about the cable reverse fly.
Listen, Oliver. This was a while back. Okay. So he's doing his workout thing, and he's got the reverse fly, and I hear cling, cling. I'm like, what is happening right now?
She's like, bro, you better put some weight on
If you
there.
don't add some weight to that already, if the weight is flying up, I need you to add some weight.
I'm telling you, I was doing it. I was doing it. It's like click, 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 and I'll see Kat out the corner of my eye. She like looking around like, what the
I
fuck?
would.
Got
I
it in my
can't. But the
headphones.
thing about our facial expressions, you always see it.
Oh,
Yeah, he
for
sees
sure.
it. He knows.
I see her, but you know what? This is the greatest thing, and this is I think also which will get you so much further in life. You got to drop the ego.
Yeah.
You got to drop the
Gosh,
ego.
yes.
Anybody who
Yes.
claims that they know everything or they're the smartest people, those are the people you have to watch out for because
always
there's
willing to learn
they're
more.
they're
That's the
so
thing.
unrealistic.
Always
You
learn
can
more.
always learn more. You
Yeah.
can always
It's
learn
exciting.
something. The other day I was doing an exercise and I was doing the what's it called the ISO.
You were doing
ISO
that.
pulls,
The
yeah.
ISO pulls, right? The
You know,
the ISO.
I was
I was
just,
doing
this
I was
big
doing this.
Lord, the
I was
pull
doing
big.
That's my white guy
I was
pose.
mowing.
He was
I was
sitting
mowing.
down on it,
Right.
doing it.
And she came over and this is the thing too, and also like because she knows that I also don't have an ego, she also feels comfortable and she can come up to me and tell me this knowledge and the knowledge, the fact that to have me do it right. And it's so funny because she did that one time with that, and then I was doing a different exercise. She did the same thing, and it's like as soon as she tells me, I could feel the difference. I'm like, oh, there's the big change. But if I had this ego or if I wasn't willing to learn, then I'm
But
just going to
listen,
be
I
sitting
won't
there
walk
doing
up
it
to just
wrong all the
anybody.
time. You know what I
won't.
mean?
You
I
would-
won't
you would
walk up to
deflect
anybody.
that.
Right.
I only
Yeah.
do that with people I'm comfortable with. I won't walk up to, and I know he doesn't. And the fact that I know that you're in there with limited time because you have a family and you're trying to put in the work.
Right.
So I don't want him to waste his time.
Right.
Right.
So, but
And I appreciate
know.
that, and I appreciate you more than you know. And it's like it's funny because that just goes so far. And like you said, a community.
Yeah.
Nobody can do anything by themselves.
no, absolutely.
You need like-minded people that have your genuine interest, that really want the best for you and want you to win in your circle.
Can we? So you guys mentioned ego, and there's probably different ranges, especially when you're quite physically capable. You'll have like the dudes with the huge egos, but can we? Okay, all right, we'll move along. But can you talk to me a little bit about, because there's a difference between ego and confidence. And
Yes.
one of the things that I'm learning and from listening to
For
you
sure.
guys is that this journey, it's obviously the physical transformation, but it's helped in so many other ways. How do you guys balance the confidence versus the ego and present yourself and show up? Because I'm sure there might be times where people may misunderstand you or judge you
My faith.
prematurely. Yeah.
My faith. I keep grounded in my faith.
Yeah.
Staying
And-
grounded.
Yeah, staying grounded.
Yeah.
I am somebody, I'm at an age where, this
You're so
sounds
young.
terrible.
She's young.
I don't really care what people
Y'all
think.
crack me up, man.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I live my life.
Mm.
It's my journey. And who's supposed to be in it, God will bring in it. And who he removes is who he removes.
Mm.
You can't care what people
I
think.
can't.
Right.
I can't.
That's the biggest thing. You
I know
can't.
my
can't.
intentions.
They could say that you're cocky. I've been called cocky all my life.
Yeah.
I was just very thankful for bringing myself out of such a bad place.
Right.
And overcoming a lot.
Right.
I overcome a lot of adversity. I didn't have help when I was growing up,
Right.
So
And that
just-
builds character. That builds
And I
like you
get
can't.
told the opposite. I get told, like, even with my show, girl, if you don't claim this win already, or if you don't come on, I'm like,
Right.
well, it's not that I'm really doubting. It's
Of course
just for
not.
me, I'm so humble and present in the moment.
Have to
Yes.
be humble.
You know,
Humble.
I'm in the moment.
You be
I'm
confident,
Yeah.
but people think it's cocky.
Right.
Yeah.
They because they just don't understand.
Right.
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 Like that you have that belief in yourself. It's really self-belief.
That's what it is.
It's
Yeah.
not cockiness. It's like
It's-
I believe and I stand in this so powerful for me
Mm-hmm.
that they simply don't really believe in themselves. They
And-
don't. They
Ooh, that's
can't
a good
grasp
one.
that.
I was about to say.
That's
They
the
don't
thing,
believe
I'm
in
like,
themselves,
You
so
don't know
projecting.
about self-belief.
Absolutely.
You don't know about believing yourself and hyping yourself up and showing up for yourself and pushing yourself.
Yes.
Right here every single day. That's the biggest difference. So you may see me as cocky, but
Right.
no, I just believe in myself
Right.
that hard.
And it's funny because it's like, and it shows sort of what somebody thinks about themselves, because you could see the line. You could definitely see when somebody is
It always
confident
reflects.
as opposed to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's self-reflection.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
just because I'm confident doesn't take away anything from you. So
Absolutely.
like you shouldn't
We're
feel
all
any type of
people.
way if I'm
Right.
confident. Like I hope you feel confident as well. Like
I
we can do
always-
this.
I'm always telling people, like, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope
Yeah.
you feel
I always
feel
pay
good.
Because it-
attention.
Right, because it takes nothing away from your day.
Nothing.
Well, and I
You know
always
what I
pay
mean?
attention to the people who are always talking about people, or the people who are always judging each other in the gym, like tearing somebody down. I always pay attention because I know those are not my people.
Yeah,
Because
amen.
I'm like, you're going to turn you're going to do that to me.
You doing that
If
to
you
them.
do it with me, you
Yes,
do it about
you're
me.
going to do it to me, and it's like you've got
never
some
thought about
issues
that.
you need to deal with because that shouldn't bother you.
Like you're
Right.
internalizing something
Yeah,
and you're
that shouldn't
really
bother you.
like pushing it out.
Yeah,
on me.
so I
yeah.
pay attention
Yeah.
to that type of stuff.
That's a good
Reason why
point.
even in the mornings, like, you know, like there's some days, like I even tell her, like I don't want to go to EOS because I'm in prep and I'm tired.
Right.
And because so many people there have become close with me and I know that, you know, they're cheering me on. They've seen like
They're gonna chop it up, and today you
they've
just
never
wanna-
seen me shred down. So they've only seen me bulky. They're like, wow, what's going on? They want to talk.
Right.
And then I know that there's times where like I need to go to my other gym so I can really focus.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I don't ever want to go to EOS. I know if I'm in a mood because I'm like, these people really support me. I said that.
Yeah.
Like they support me. I don't want to come off mean.
Right.
And they
right.
don't really understand.
But you know what?
sometimes.
There's days that you're on, especially first of all, without the prep. Like let's get the like. There's days that people are on, and then there's days that people are off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then especially to throw on the stuff that you guys are doing. Like I completely understand now,
Yeah.
and I can see it some days when you're there and you're like, yo, I'm
gonna lock
here.
in. I do.
I'm pushing through. I'm like, yo, you got this. You look great. Keep it up. You know what I mean? And you just keep it moving. You know?
Man, yeah, I think that one of the things that I've experienced through this conversation, some of those truth bombs that you've got there, is that really the gym is more internal than it is external
Yes.
for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yep.
that's a fair
Absolutely.
assessment?
Absolutely. The external will follow.
Yeah. Right? You're getting yourself right health wise, you're getting yourself right spiritually, you're getting yourself right mentally, and then after that you see the work of your body snapping into it and your body's following along. Then when you look in yourself in the mirror, you're like, I feel good.
And when you
I
get
look
confident, guess what happens? You set boundaries.
Yes.
Healthy boundaries.
Yes.
You've learned how to, because you've changed your lifestyle, like we talked this morning
Yes.
at the gym.
Yep.
You learn how to tell people no.
Yep.
That was a whole sentence, and that's okay.
Yes.
These are my boundaries.
Right.
So and like I said, and chances are there will be people that leave and fall off because they're not aligned anymore.
Right.
And then you'll have people that gravitate who are.
Yeah.
And that's okay too.
That is okay,
And there's
yeah.
times where, like I had to remind this one this morning in our little girly chats. Listen, God, when you are in a season of elevation, God will put you in isolation.
Always.
Oh, isolation
Always.
for elevation.
Isolation for
I think
elevation.
Kevin Gates says that in some of his
Yeah, that's
songs.
right.
Yeah,
that's
so
right. Yeah, that's-
sometimes
Isolation
when
for
you
elevation.
feel like, God, people have fallen off or this or that, that's because something big's getting ready to happen. Everybody is not meant to go with you on your journey. And one thing that a pastor said, and I always love this, when God calls you, it's not a conference call. It's not meant for everybody. Sometimes it's just for you.
Yeah.
When you feel like you need to pray, that's when he really needs to talk to you.
Yeah.
When you feel like you need to stop everything, you really need to pray. And I'm talking about you are someone who prays often.
Yes.
But there's a moment where you feel him pulling you in and
Right.
you need to stop. That was me this morning.
Yeah.
Before I walked out, I'm like, I need to pray because it's something that I'm feeling heavy and I need to take a moment
Yeah.
and take a word with him.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
That is huge.
And a lot of people, aren't very spiritual, aren't very religious.
Right.
But when you are, you can feel his presence.
Yep.
Right now, I do.
I believe
It's
that.
very
In this
easy.
room.
I believe that.
It's
Absolutely.
chills.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like blessing like blessings on blessings.
Blessings on blessings, and nothing but positivity and more success in the future. You know what I mean? I appreciate you ladies. Thank you so much
No,
for
thank
coming on this
you.
podcast. I mean, to be
This
honest,
was awesome.
This was
this
deep.
this was deep. This
I
was
love
amazing.
it. Like,
I'm
can we
s-
do like round two?
Yeah,
And-
absolutely. We'll have to do this
Absolutely.
again.
Can you, before we cut off, can you guys let people know where they can find you, what you're doing, and how they can sort of follow along?
Go ahead, I'll let you go first.
My name is Shanique Grant. It's the same thing on Instagram. I am IVB Pro, 2-time Miss Olympia. You guys can find me there. I am also selling morning detox shots. I have been working
awesome.
my butt off for this for the longest time, the last year.
Let's go.
I'll be selling locally and also in California soon. So I'm just really excited. There's a lot more training, content, all that stuff. Check me out.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We
And
better.
I am Kathleen King now.
Okay.
Yes.
Click.
Kathleen King. You can find me at Cats Fit for Life _PNPBA_pro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be all in the
We'll
tag in
have
the
Yeah, it'll all-
description
yeah,
and all
right
that
below.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Right there.
basically, I am just, I do lifestyle clients and everything. But honestly, I know we're going to do some stuff together. So that's where you can find me, basically.
I love it. I love it. Well, this has been an amazing episode of the Better Than Yesterday podcast. Shanique, Kat, we appreciate
Thank
you.
you
Love
for
you so
having
much.
us. We loved
Adam
it.
Churchman,
Thank you.
Oliver
Thank you, Adam.
Saunders.
Thank you, Oliver.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.